Hey everybody, we're back. So let's go get the fire rune.
Woohoo! Sorry, I can't help but laughing. So, viewers, we had a failed recording right before this, and Smappy may have run down the wrong hallway entirely.
I did the wrong hallway last time, so at least I did the right one this time. Whee!
I hope the people heading for the other platforms are okay.
We can't fail. It's our last chance.
It's time I put an end to this, once and for all.
So it's funny because we had a failed, we had technical difficulties, and we were both confused by that cutscene. I was like, wait a minute, the only people I need for Hugo's cutscene is Fubar and Sergeant Joe, which I have, and that cutscene just felt like it fell really short compared to everybody else's.
Yeah, we checked. That's it. That's the entire cutscene.
Yeah, we checked, and I was like, that seems weird, so... yeah, as you guys can see, we had Yuri and Bosba with us. I'm not going to really go into all that at the moment. We'll talk about the party later. We need to go get the fire room. Who could be guarding the fire room? Who's left?
Well, we've already defeated Uber and Sarah.
So, who do we have left? We have Luke and Albert.
So I guess it's going to be Albert, because they got to save Luke for the end.
Yeah. Wow. We made it there much faster. Oh no, a save point. That can't be good. Ah, we're good. Let's just go.
Playing fast and loose here.
Yeah, quite the ragtag team we have here.
The true fire rune.
Excuse
But
me.
why is it so quiet?
Do runes normally talk to you? Sorry.
Some of them do.
Yeah, but once you have them, not like...
Or if you're holding them in your hand.
Yeah.
This is peculiar. Why aren't there any traps or guards? You can thank me for that.
It's Albert. Oh no, Byron, don't you come over here, buddy. Don't you even think about it. He's gonna trip all over my cables.
Albert!
Wow, that's all it takes to stop him. That's easy.
Calm down, Caesar. A good strategist needs a cool head. Now, you'd better hurry. Even if you retrieve the true runes, the power of the ones already collected at this site is strong enough to carry out the ritual.
What?
Huh? I thought you were an enemy. This whole thing is getting too melodramatic for my taste, so I'm thinking of retiring from the stage. Weren't you going to collect all the 5 elemental runes and destroy the true rune? That was his intention, not mine. I've reached my objective. I will get a position of status in Holy Harmonia now. You did all this for that? Yes. I intended to lend him a hand when he was a bishop, but he relinquished the title of his own free will. It was a minor setback, but I still had time. While you were recruiting unsophisticated knights and barbarians, I gained strong backing from Holy Harmonia.
Hey, that's rude. Don't say that about us.
That serves my purpose for now. Damn!
How simple Albert is about this whole situation. He's like, I just really wanted some status, so I went with this guy. But now that I got what I wanted, I'll just do whatever I want.
As if we didn't get enough of it the first time.
Yeah, sorry. I just keep laughing at that model, and it's not because it's a bad model, but...
Well then, I shall make my exit. When the 4 runes are released, the force field will be destroyed. From then on, it's all up to you. You shouldn't leave everything to chance. If you're trying to impress the Harmonians, leaving the runes to be destroyed is still a bad idea, because we can't guarantee you our victory. I know. I, as a military strategist, deceiving my master, have lost any pretense of trustworthiness that I might ever have had. Even so, I can't kill him. I feel a strange sort of sympathy towards him and his crazy mission. Do me a favor. Try to salvage his soul, if you can.
Aw, we'll save you, Luke.
Salvage his soul? What's that supposed to mean?
Posbus got his nose in the picture again. Yeah, we got the True Fire Rune. Easiest fight yet.
What fight?
You take back True Fire.
At last! We've got the True Fire Rune! Now...
We've got the rune too. Okay, so that's 3.
So, Bishop Sasori is the last.
Oh, he must have gotten it back. Oh, I guess that was the force field they were talking about? It was a door! Oh no! The ancient of all force fields. Anyways, gosh darn, I keep forgetting about this little cutscene. I forgot about it last time too.
Forgot about what?
This cutscene.
Oh, yeah. Where are we?
Inside the ruins.
It's blowing out for me for some reason.
It seems like our destination. This is where we want to be. The site of our last battle. This has to be our last battle.
Hugo, please choose your party members for the final battle!
Anyways, I was joking about that demon girl earlier. The reason I was laughing is because Helper has been playing a lot of Parasite Eve, and sadly that model, as bad as it is still better than looking at anything at Parasite Eve.
To be fair, the original Parasite Eve, wasn't that PlayStation 1?
It was, so...
I mean, come on, give it some credit there.
No, for a PlayStation 1 game, it's actually not that bad, but since I've been looking at that so much for the past couple days, it's just like, oh, thank gosh. You know, decent character models. So anyways, I had Yuri and Bozba here, because I actually got these fights out of order in my mind. And so I was like, oh, I need to make a party with, you know, non-people. And the other thing is, I've never actually brought... Let me move my microphone a little. I've never actually brought all 3 of the main characters to the final fight, like Hugo, Chris, and Ghetto. I've never done that. I never wanted to. And so, Icon and I were talking in the failed recording that we might go ahead and just do it just in case if there's an extra cutscene like I've never seen, or there's just a cutscene or something. And plus, you know, it kind of wraps up the storyline a little bit better. So, we took Bozba out and put in Chris. And the reason I put Chris with Rhodey is because Chris has higher defense, and she also has more defensive abilities, because Rhodey's going to be taking a lot of hits. So we want to make sure that whoever's with Rhodey can take more hits. And I was going to say I had brought Yuri instead of Yumi. I always have Yumi at the end because she's one of the best long-ranged people. But I brought Yuri this time because I was like, well, she's technically better in all aspects. But neither one of them are coming because Boz was one of my favorite characters and I had just like to bring him with me. So this actually might be the first time I go to this final fight without Bozba. And we decided to keep Sergeant Joe over Yuri because we all like Sergeant Joe, so...
Sergeant Joe, Sergeant Joe...
Now, because it is the final fight, I don't have to bring Sergeant Joe. I could bring somebody else. Actually, I just thought about that. Who do we have that would be, like, amazing to bring? Because we brought Sergeant Joe with us in the failed recording, and then I just realized just now we don't have to have him. I'm definitely bringing Fubar and Rhodey. You know, I'm kind of tempted to actually bring Isla. So I don't know if you guys know, I actually leveled Thomas and Cecile to 50. You like that?
Sheesh. Yeah, Smappy did some leveling up off recording.
I never even thought about bringing Sasori.
We've got to bring Sasori.
Oh my gosh.
How did we not think of this before?
How did I not think of this? Oh my god, I'm so glad the recording failed now. Hey, Helper. I think, Byron's getting into mischief. Okay. You know what? This is gonna sound ridiculously stupid. I don't think I've ever brought Sasori to the final fight because I never even thought about it.
We are totally bringing Sasori to the final fight.
Yeah, we have to bring him. If I have, it's been so long that I don't remember, but I love how Chris is only 53. Oh my gosh, this is gonna be an amazing final fight. We're literally bringing all of the characters from that we're getting their runes back. We're gonna have a ton. Wait a minute, we're gonna have all the true runes in this fight. I have never done this.
I'm pretty sure I did this when I played it. Alright, Let's go find out what's waiting for us.
Did you bring all three? I don't remember.
I thought I did.
I don't think you did.
Surely I did.
I don't think you brought Sakurai.
It sounds like the sort of thing I would do.
I'm epically excited about this. Okay, so Chris is definitely staying there, and I think I'm gonna put Ghetto in front. I'm pretty sure I actually leveled Sakurai all the way up. And when I say that, I mean like, I did his weapon all the way up. Yeah, I did. Everyone's weapon is all the way up. Hold on, what did that say? Reason for joining, to witness the final battle.
Wow.
What is his profile? A young man who travels with Apple. He looks sleepy but is a reliable strategist. Hold on. Doctor at the castle. He once participated in the Placido Uniform. You guys, I'm just sitting here wasting time by this point.
I didn't know you could do that.
Leads the regular army as the bishop of the Holy Harmonia Kingdom and is bearer of the true Earth Rune. I like how we're doing stuff like right at the last possible second. Yeah, so you'll notice his earth magic, ironically, isn't all the way up. I just ran out of points. I actually gave him... Oh my gosh, he still has the flowing rune on his hand. Nice. Dang it, it replaced the killer rune. So now he's got the rage and true fire. Dang it. He's got lightning and true lightning. I like that. Okay, anyways. Oh, bother.
Seriously, we gotta do a fight? You should blow their brains out. Just, like, use all the runes on them.
Yeah, I'll use all the runes. I meant to heal Chris, actually. I think she's gonna get free heals. Because I have Tuda with me, I think she might actually die. It'd be hilarious if she died. Dang it, she's the only one that can use the levels too. I forgot to heal her. She was at 1 health from the last fight, and I meant to heal her. Tuda is actually gonna heal everybody in between fights, like, a whole lot. So... Oh, your poor Chris is being stood on. Hold on, let's fix that. I think Chris is the only one. Yeah, she didn't get healed from Tuda because she was dead. So anyways, I'm trying to get back to this save point. Okay, because the party's actually different than where I had saved last time, so...
It is indeed.
Yeah, I think I'll save here. Okay, let's go. You know, the last time we did this, we had one fight in between us and Luke, and I think we did it again. Although I guess it was a good thing, because I probably might have forgotten to heal Chris, so... Luke, I will save you! We brought Sakurai this time! I'm curious if he has anything to say about this, actually. I know I have a lot to say after this cutscene. Because this video is a little shorter since we actually knew what we were doing this time, I might actually talk about something.
Well, some of that stuff gets addressed as we wrap up the game, too.
Hi, Sakurai.
For crying out loud. Finally. Here at last. You're all by yourself now. All your allies have deserted you. So give up trying to destroy the true Wind Rune. It's a crazy idea. Why don't you surrender?
I don't want to. Luke is too powerful. He ain't gonna surrender.
I've always been alone, ever since I was born. You'll be the same way, Flame Champion Hugo. You will eventually learn that omnipotence and fame will not necessarily mean happiness. Why do you say that? I have... The true Fire Rune, like all runes, stores memories of past bearers. Did they lead happy lives? Learn from their memories. Learn the truth about the world, and learn about what I'm trying to do.
Dun dun dun. Oh. Oh, look, it's the Koraya village. It's not burnt down.
A little bit less colorful than last time.
Yeah.
Where am I?
Oh no, the art programmers forgot to give this place color. I like how you don't even hear him running. Oh, oh, what is that? Did something sneak up on us? What the heck?
It's got color.
Giant eyeballs. Yeah, they have color. Goodness. We're powerful. Or they're weak, one of the two. Oh, good. It didn't attack. It's too bad we don't have Fubar.
Quee!
Oh, it's a lot of levels. And we got money for it, too. Why were they carrying money? Whatever they are.
Maybe they just carry things that look like money.
Yeah.
What was that?
That was weird.
It's strange. I remember this. No. It can't be. Is this the village of Karaya? Not again!
How dare it be the village again? Oh, he means these things. So that sentence is like, the village, not again.
Yeah, I know. It's kind of a weird one.
Yeah. The village came back. I thought it was burned. I remember the first time I saw this, I was very confused. I was like, wait a minute, it's not burnt down? I guess they rebuilt it in the exact way it was before. Every pot, every vase.
Can this really be Karaya? I don't smell the soil, see the grass, or feel the wind on my face. This is our future. At least one of them.
Oh, Luke. What do you mean, one of our futures?
Future? Do you hear how quiet it is? Every sound, form, and color blend into complete tranquility. This is the absolute world. How can this be the absolute world? In this parallel world, battles are fought between Dharma and chaos. This balance of power brings justice. Who are Dharma and chaos? Anyone we know?
Hugo.
The 27 true runes were an incarnation of God in this world. This world was born after the War of the Sword and the Shield. So began the eternal struggle between Dharma and chaos. What you see here is one of its termini. This is the world of silence, universally reigned by the power of Dharma, the orderly cosmos. So, what do I have to do with all this nonsense? It's hardly nonsense, Hugo. This is where the world will eventually end up. This quiet, sad world is our fate. We can't change our destiny. This is ridiculous. Not even a spirit would live in a place like this. The only absolute characteristic here is dead silence. This is our fate. Our future. Fate? I don't believe it! The Flame Champion SMapy told me that the will of a person can change destiny.
Whoa, what happened?
That's what I wanted to hear, Hugo. What? I bear the true Wind Rune. It's taught me about the future world. Huh? The world you just saw was kept as a memory in the true Wind Rune. The Flame Champion SMapy might have been able to see it vaguely. It was the future of this world. What are you trying to say here? I'll destroy this true Wind Rune and myself. Just like the Flame Champion said, I can change our destiny. Since the true rune causes this eternal struggle, perhaps I can change our fate by destroying this rune. This is not the future you deserve. No! Before I acquired the power, I was helpless. Now, I am different. I have the knowledge. With the ultimate knowledge from the Sindar clan, I can change the world's destiny. I'll release humans from bondage. Huh? Now, if you understand me, return your rune to the pedestal. I'll use human willpower to change the future. Don't talk nonsense. Huh? You lie. They're all lies. Even if not, why should I believe you? You've caused a lot of good people to die. Lulu, Jimba, Korians, Duck Clan, Lizard Clan, the Zexan Ironheads, and Harmonians. They're dead because of you. They had the will to live, but you killed them. I can never forgive you. Then we have no choice but to fight it out. We're both too stubborn.
Oh no, Luke. What in the world?
I'm fine. We're in no shape to continue. Let's retreat for now and come back rested.
Okay, so we're going to stop here, but before we stop the video, I want to talk about a few things. First of all, I think I mentioned this in some other video games, but one of my favorite concepts in any storyline is the idea of what is good. So here we have two people who are both trying to achieve the same thing in essence, but they have two completely different ways of doing it, so who's good? So I want to reiterate a little bit on what Luke is trying to say here and why Luke is different in this position, because we're going to learn a bit more about it later, but I really just kind of want to touch up on it a bit now because it makes more sense like when you replay the game and you read the manga and stuff like that. And again, it comes back when my part 0 video, when you read between the lines what's really going on. So Luke is like, this is one of the futures. It's nothingness. So basically, what he's trying to say and what he's been saying throughout the game is that the 27 true runes are using people basically to do whatever they want. They're controlling the world. And to Luke, he's like, this is a prison. We're walking around in their little prison and they're just laughing at us basically. And there's a reason that Luke has a really good connection with the True Wind Rune, which we'll actually learn about later, but he's really connected to it. And if you think about it, he's almost being, in my opinion, I think he's almost being used by the True Wind Rune because he's been seeing a very clear vision of what happens when, Dharma and Chaos are fighting and Dharma wins, which, is absolute just, what's another word I'm looking for?
Totalitarianism? Authoritarianism?
Yeah, it's kind of like nothingness. Like, it's the opposite of chaos. It's just like total
Order?
Order, yeah. And so if you think about it, the True Wind Rune is not naturally on the orderly side. It's on the chaotic side, if you think about it. So if you think about it, it's trying to use Luke to be like, man, look at this awful future. You don't want that. Do something about it. Because if you think about it, the True Wind Rune would probably want it the other way. So in a way, I feel it's kind of funny that I think Luke is actually being kind of used by the True Wind Rune. And I don't know, personally, I've never figured out if he knows that. Is that why he's trying to destroy it? Is that one reason he's trying to destroy it? But does he actually know he's being kind of used? And he's like, screw you, I want to do whatever I want, so I'm just going to destroy you, because there's kind of a reason he can't really get rid of it. But we'll find out more about that later. But this also comes back around to where I started with who's ultimately good, because Luke does have the world at heart. He wants to save humanity by getting rid of the gods controlling, and so their future really would be in the hands of humans, because humans would decide the destiny, not these giant forces of Dharma and Chaos. So he does want to save humanity. In his mind, he goes, yeah, I have to sacrifice maybe a couple 100,000 people, like 100, comma, space, thousand, to do it. But in the long run, humanity will be saved. Well, all the sentient creatures, ducks, dogs, whatever, will all be saved. But, the sacrifice of the some to save the rest. But Hugo doesn't see it that way. Hugo's like, no one can die for a perfect future. But again, he's thinking more of the short term, not really the long term. So I just find this incredibly interesting. Like, when I first got to this point and Luke was saying all this stuff, I was like confused at first, but the more I thought about it, I was like, dang, I love this concept of what is good. And I would really like y'all's opinion on the situation up to this point. Like, I mean, you don't really have to agree with either one of these. You can definitely be somewhere else in this, but it's like, do you really think that what Luke would be trying to achieve is good if he actually achieves it, you know? Because I don't know. And I've always kind of wondered what would happen if Luke actually did that? Like, would the world really be better off if you destroyed it? I don't know. I just find that incredibly interesting. So I don't know. And I think this is where I felt like Suikoden was really hitting its stride. And then, of course, 4 came along and just destroyed it. So, but anyway, so that was my little rant. I find the situation insanely interesting, and I'm glad they picked Luke of all people, because Luke really had struggles in the previous game, and you can really see it coming out here. Like, his connection to the True Wind Rune is so unique that he sees, like, he even mentioned it in the last cutscene. He goes, I bet the Flame Champion briefly saw something, because the old Flame Champion Smappy, or whatever you named him, had a normal connection to a True Rune, and so he probably wouldn't have been able to see as much. So most people wouldn't have such strong reactions to things like that like Luke would. Maybe Sasarai, but we'll find out about that with more like with Luke. But anyways, Icon, I don't know if you have anything to add to any of this.
No, not particularly. I mean, this is something that you're definitely the expert in, and like you said, we will be seeing a little bit more in the remainder of this series, this particular video series.
See more. But like, I just wanted to touch on this one section because I don't believe in the idea of good and evil. So when situations like this come up, I find it very interesting because that really blurs the line. Because most everyone I know, in fact, I don't know anybody else who doesn't believe in good and evil. You know, to them, this seems like, oh, Hugo's in the right because obviously he's trying to save lives. And I'm like, well, hold on a minute, you know. So I would really love y'all's opinion on this situation. Like, what do you think about it? Because I find this insanely interesting. And the manga did a really good job of pulling this out a little longer than the game did. But anyways, now that I've talked long enough, we're going to stop here so we have plenty of time in the next video for the fight. I'll probably actually upload the next video like pretty quick after this one, like pretty quick as in same day or next day. So, you know, y'all are such a nasty cliffhanger. So anyways, we'll see you guys in the next video when we take on Luke. Bye for now.
Bye, guys.